We now join this NHL Network program, already in progress.
Keys to the game brought to you by Irwin Tools. The makers of Vice Grip Groove Lock pliers invite you to celebrate National Tradesman Day on September 20th.
So we look for Mac the Knife, Mackenzie Scapsey, to return to form in goal. And for Edmonton, you know what that is? NKOTB, you know what that is? It's the New Kids on the Block. In 1990, they had a hit that sold over 6.5 million copies called Step by Step. And that's what the Edmonton Oil Kings are looking to do here. Step by step. And going to repeat as the Edge North Cup champions. They'll have to get by Kootenay first. There'll be a couple of more series ahead of that. But when you're around this building, the signs you see around the playoffs here for the Oil Kings is unfinished business. And so I think that MasterCard Memorial Cup appearance wasn't enough. They're looking for bigger and better. And you watch how nasty Lowe is. I mean, he takes Reinhardt down, and then he does the old deke by holding the stick of Reinhardt so he can continue to pound on him thereafter. A couple of penalties result at the end of the play.
Well, there's an extra in there for the Oil Kings right now, and they've got 4 skaters on the ice. Wonder if you can equate this to a New Kids on the Block song. It is a power play for the Kootenay Ice, and the power play has been dismal. 0 for 17 in the series, and a shorthanded chance for Henrik Samuelsson. He had 3 shorthanded goals during the regular season and couldn't get a very good chance there as Joey Leach stopped him, and then Samuelsson and Leach engage after that.
Well, Leach is one of those guys, he and Montgomery out there off on the penalty kill, and the 2 emotional leaders for this Kootenay Ice team. And Samuelsson just can't get the wheels going at full speed. So he uses his body to try and angle in order that he can get at least a backhand shot off. You see him throw the body right there. Leach didn't like that too much, and he surely didn't like the slap to the back of the head thereafter. Nothing further develops in the face-off in the Kootenay end.
Oil Kings special teams have been good all season. Number 1 power play, number 2 penalty kill during the regular season, but they have been lights out killing penalties in this postseason. Here's Luke Philp. Number 12 for Kootenay has 2 of the 3 goals for the Ice in this series. Curtis Lazar bounces that off the boards and sends it down the ice.
Isn't that funny, RJ? When we talked to Ryan McGill, the head coach for Kootenay before the game, he said on the kill, Edmonton has really given us a lot of respect, but they expect a lot more aggressiveness, and we've seen that early on with Lazar attacking just inside the line to get the clear down the ice for Edmonton.
Overage defenseman, captain of the ice, Joey Leach gets it to Jaden Descheno. There's a shot from Philp, kicked aside by Brossois, and Oil Kings fire it down the ice again. Mackenzie Scapsey will have to play this. Trevor Cheek came swooping in. Now it's Tanner Faith from Wilcox, Saskatchewan, better known as Notre Dame. In hockey circles anyway. Jakub Prohaska, Czech Republic import. He gets by Martin Garnett, but can't get by Dylan Ruck, and Ruck does the rest, sending it right back into the Kootenay end.
More aggressive play. Sorry, RJ. You see Dylan Ruck just attacking the puck. They don't want to allow this Kootenay Ice team to get set up in the offensive zone, and more importantly, they want to do their best to keep Sam Reinhardt exactly where he is, under the radar and off the score sheet.
Samuelsson, another steal shorthanded, puts it in front. Let go! It's blocked by the Kootenay Ice defenseman, Faith. Maybe the best chance came for the Oil Kings. 2 chances shorthanded. Oil Kings back to full strength. Austin Vetterell. He's against 2 Edmonton Oil Kings in there. Little help from Kyle O'Connor. Prohaska's shot. He was in a good position, but he missed the net. Samuelsson's been out there a long time, using his size, that reach along the boards. Prohaska gives it away to Samuelsson, and he moves it ahead to Legault. Stefan Legault, one of those games he'll never forget. In game 1 of this series, a 7-point effort. Talking to the coaching staff of the Oil Kings, they said he probably could have had 10 points in the game.
Skapsky made a great save on him, and then late in the game, he sprung Trevor Cheek on a clear-cut breakaway. Cheek didn't score. I mean, that would have accounted for 9 points instead of WHL playoff record.
Michael St. Croix, property of the New York Rangers, 37 goals, led the Oil Kings in points. He's number 18. Hovering for a loose puck, doesn't get it this time. Sprinting out of his own zone is John Martin. He's one-on-one. That shot might have been going wide. Brossois got a piece of it, and then he'll freeze it along the side of the net. Well, Trevor Cheek involved. John Martin, he's not afraid to mix it up for the ice.
And oddly enough, that's not normally Cheek's role. We've seen him with the Calgary Hitmen and the Vancouver Giants in the past. He normally doesn't get engaged physically in that manner.
Ice trying to make a statement. They're not going to go down easily, trying to force a game 6.
Behind the Oil Kings bench at Derek Laxdal, just getting instructions on exactly what happened. You're going to have to kill another penalty.
Well, they're obviously trying to take the game in the trenches here, and we got to be disciplined after the whistles. And if you're not, you're going to see what's going to happen here. 2 penalty kills.
You expected them to come out hard. Is that what you're seeing early?
Yeah, they're trying to change their game up a little bit. They can't compete with us 5-on-5, so they got to try and draw penalties. They're doing a pretty good job so far.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Bob.
And he was just livid before Falsey got on the bench there, yelling at the referees as to why he didn't take Martin as well. And I think he makes a pretty good point. And he's right. Kootenay needs to play this game on the power play and needs to try and take advantage of its own discipline, which has been so good all season long, in order to try and get Edmonton off its game.
Well, the Oil Kings, while they were shorthanded, had more shots on the previous ice power play. Kootenay will try to fix that up. Now 0 for 18 in the series with a man advantage. Joey Leach starts it up, gets it to Sam Reinhart. He drops it off for Jaden Descheno, number 14. He had a good season for the Ice. He's an Edmonton native, so he'll have some friends and family trying to cheer him on and extend this series.
Yeah, small player, very shifty, fearless player for the Kootenay Ice.
Referee gets in the way of that. Now Joey Leach starts again. Ice content to let him get to their blue line. Stefan Legault comes back to get that loose puck. Can't get it out. Leach's size came in handy. Descheno down to Sam Reinhart. Reinhart moves away from trouble. Got it over to Leach. Brock Montgomery. Back to Leach. One-time shot. That stopped. The rebound goes to Reinhart. Can't get a shot away, though. Moves it back to Leach. Over to Brock Montgomery. Leach again. The shot. That's deflected and a left toe save by Brossoit.
And a good one at that. Very good stop there by Brossoit.
Leach to Sam Reinhart. Quick pass into the skates of Descheno. He couldn't shoot it. Brock Montgomery does. That hits traffic in front. Doesn't get to the net. Better power play here for the Kootenay Ice. Stefan Legault intercepts behind his own net. 3 forwards from Kootenay, all behind the goal line, and that gives Griffin Reinhart a chance to clear.
You know, the one thing Kootenay now 0 for 18 on the power play, with still some time left in this one, but what they wanted to get from the point, shots through, but second and third chance opportunities, we didn't see those. Brossoit with a good tick save, rebounds being cleared aside by Edmonton. Those second and third chance opportunities just not available right now for Kootenay.
And that will do it for the Ice power play. Tanner Faith goes behind his own net. Back on the ice is Trevor Cheek. Oil Kings back to full strength. Still looking for our first goal in Game 5 of this playoff series on Friday Night Hockey. Dylan Ruck's pass. That's picked off by Prohaska. Prohaska on his backhand. Tried to pass twice and couldn't get it by Keegan Lowe. Now Keegan Lowe trying to join the rush, but he couldn't get it outside the line. Austin Vetterell, he's crunched along the boards by Musil, and finally, the Oil Kings get it safely outside the zone. Dylan Ruck, he's getting bounced around inside the ice end.
Quite a shift by Prochaska, caused 2 turnovers and threw a big hit.
Jeff Ubik, he's being forechecked by Trevor Cheek. They both fall down. Martin Garnett pokes at it, trying to get it away from Kyle O'Connor. He's in his 16-year-old season for the Kootenay Ice. Colin Shirley, speaking of guys in their 16-year-old season, he's another one. Jagger Dirk can't get a shot away. Now St. Clair over the line, drops it off for Cheek. I'd like to welcome those viewers who are watching the Raptors. This is Friday Night Hockey, Game 5 between the Edmonton Oil Kings, Kootenay Ice. No score yet in this one. We've played 9 minutes and 34 seconds. Couple of power plays for the Kootenay Ice. They weren't able to capitalize, but had some pretty good pressure on their last chance, and they are facing elimination. The Oil Kings leading this series 3-1.
There's Ryan McGill, who's the head coach in his second term here with the Kootenay Ice. Won the MasterCard Memorial Cup in Guelph in 2002. And a guy whose National Hockey League career was cut short due to an eye injury, but a very successful coaching career in the AHL, a couple of years as an assistant to Brent Sutter in Calgary, and he's back to where he is comfortable. And what a job he's done with this Kootenay Ice Hockey Club.
Griffin Reinhart puts it in front of his own net. Mitch Mraz had to turn back to get it outside the zone. Brock Montgomery fires it in. Laurent Brossoit. He comes out to play it. He had 4 assists during the regular season. Mitch Mraz, early second-round pick of the Oilers in this past draft. He's a tough customer. 140 penalty minutes. That was 10th in the Western Hockey League this season. Edgar's called it. Griffin Reinhart trying to dig it loose. Luke Feldt heading to the front of the net. The pass didn't get to him. Dylan Ruck led the Oil Kings in assists. Tried to move that pass over, but the shot from Lazar was high. Ruck has it again. He won't shoot. Goes off his skate. Lazar moves the pass back. Ruck was going the other way. Now he'll have to track it down to the neutral zone.
Yeah, Edmonton really wants to get things settled here. They've already had to kill off a couple penalties. They want to get into that 5-on-5 game. They feel their depth here can be a definite asset and an advantage over Kootenay.
Dylan Ruck, Saskatoon native, gives it to Henrik Samuelsson. Ruck picks the puck loose behind the net. Lazar looking for an opening in front. It comes back to Musil. Now Keegan Lowe. That shot gets through to Skapski. Lazar a shot. That didn't get to the net. Joey Leach picked it off, but didn't get it out. Ruck stick handling along the boards. Leach tries again to get it out, and just does. This could be dangerous for Lowe. DeShano's coming in on him. Puck's given away to Sam Reinhart. Reinhart tried that hard pass. Got it through the top of the crease, but DeShano wasn't able to convert. Sam Reinhart moves it to safety. Jagger Dirk was there. That pass almost picked up. Now the Oil Kings have it.
We've seen Dirk with a couple of iffy plays already. You get in that situation where you get a chance to clear the zone. You've got to make that simple pass, that easy pass, instead of trying to take the long, nifty route.
Mackenzie Skapski holds on to that at the side of the net. He's been good so far, and he'll have to continue to be tonight.
What?
The CHL has teamed up with Post Cereals for a series of collector cereal boxes featuring CHL goaltenders. Not only is there a goaltender featured on the front, but on the back there is a collection of cards that you can cut out, save, and trade with your friends. If you go to the Shreddies Facebook page, opportunity for you to win a trip to the MasterCard Memorial Cup in Saskatoon. RJ, Sam, I just realized that this cereal box has more frequent flyer miles than both of us. It's amazing.
It has seen a lot of arenas this season. Well, a lot of those goalies on that box pretty important to their teams right now in the playoffs. Mackenzie Skapski, Laurent Brossoit, they've been good so far in this first period. Oh, Skapski, he got a break there. That went off the post. Trevor Cheek spun and fired. Need a little help sometimes, too. Sam Reinhart. He'll dump it in, chase after it. Cody Corbett, native of Minnesota, wraps it around. Hustling over is Tanner Faith to keep it in. Reinhart behind the net. Reinhart's pass to Shirley, saved by Brossoit. The puck's loose. DeShano is hovering through the front of the crease area. Couldn't get a stick on it. Cheek got the pass to St. Croix, but then he went offside.
Well, Trevor Cheek has really been invigorated coming from Vancouver to Edmonton. He's moved from the wing to center, and that's seemingly sparked this game. And Skapski gets a piece, but so too does the post as Cheek spins to win. And a great opportunity for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Cheek can't capitalize, and he hasn't missed much since coming to Edmonton. +10 leading the way for the Oil Kings here in the playoffs.
This line out there now for the Oil Kings. A young line, Cole Benson, Luke Bertolucci, and Brandon Baddock celebrating his 18th birthday today. He's number 13.
It's the Killer Bees.
And they're an energy line. It's a veteran team for the Oil Kings, but Derek Laxdal has kept these three younger players together. Bertolucci comes in, scores! beautiful goal by Bertolucci, and the young line comes through for the Oil Kings.
This is a great job by Bertolucci because the entire time he's telegraphing pass, and then he spins those hips to get himself in good shooting position and buries it top shelf on the short side. Pass, 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 spin the hips, shooting position, and up top he goes. Excellent play by Bertolucci, and it's the Killer Bees that come out and get the Oil Kings on the board here at home to try and cap off this series in 5 games. A tough proposition there. Odd numbers down low for the Oil Kings, and Bertolucci takes full advantage.
Bertolucci had 2 goals during the regular season. He has 2 in this postseason.
Including 1 at home, playing in front of family and friends in Kootenay a couple of nights ago.
DeShano trying to control along the boards. He's getting worked over by Keegan Lowe. Lowe's lost his stick and still giving it to DeShano. Samuelson's pass out of the reach of Rock. It goes to Skapski, and he'll hang on to that.
Well, you'll see Lowe just get involved and get under the skin of the opponent all game long. He's out there against Jaden DeShano, and right off the opening faceoff, DeShano was on the right wing, Lowe was on the left defense, and he came right up and tapped him before the opening faceoff. And then he continued to bother him a little earlier in the fray, and here it's the cross-check without the stick. And Lowe using DeShano as a punching bag. That all behind the play as things started to move up ice, and Lowe says, yeah, just another shift at the office.
Derek Laxdal has told us, too, that's how he practices.
Yeah. And he gets the most out of everyone around him when doing that. It tends to put guys on edge. And in practice, they can't take any time off.
Carolina might have got a steal where they picked him in the 3rd round in the 2011 draft.
Throwback type of defenseman.
Some tips from Dad in there, no doubt about it.
Jordan experience there.
Henrik Samuelsson. He's tough to handle down low. Moves it back to Corbett. Slides it over to Griffin Reinhart. Oil Kings working it around the outside. Samuelson's on it again. Tried to move it back down low to Lazar, and it got deflected up and out of play. The Oil Kings get that good start they wanted. Luke Bertolucci today.
There's Lowe keeping a close eye on this one, and why wouldn't you? There's 4 Oilers draft picks playing for the Oil Kings, and you get to watch your son as well.
Oil Kings relentless, not letting the ice clear. Dylan Rock shielding the puck. Goes off the stick of Phil. Griffin Reinhart has to deal with 2 ice members, and he'll come up with a puck in that battle. Cody Corbett. His pass, that's on the tape of Samuelsson. And just offside is Ruck. Might have been a couple of centimeters on the wrong side of the blue line.
Ryan McGill here in his first year in his second stint with the Kootenay Ice. And you look at what happened the first 35 games of the year. It's almost the exact halfway point. The kids are going home and saying, all right, Merry Christmas, guess we won't be in the playoffs. The second half, the 37 games, those numbers are amongst the best in the Western Hockey League. I don't think in 8 years on the job have I seen a turnaround over one half of the season to the next like the Kootenay Ice have. They pick up that 8th spot. They win all 4 of their shootout games. They get in by 5 points. And here they are in a series again with the Edmonton Oil Kings. Not exactly what you hope for, but to get in there was an amazing feat in and of itself.
Yeah, they came in on a pretty good roll, and unfortunately for them, their draw was the Edmonton Oil Kings. Let's check in with Rob Pauls.
RJ, Sam, this is something everybody has been waiting for. The Blue Jays on Sportsnet to begin the 2013 season, but they'll finish up the preseason in Philadelphia. You can see the game tomorrow, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time on East Ontario, West and Pacific, all leading to a highly anticipated 2013.
Ice came close. Good. On that opportunity as Rob was updating us on the Blue Jays. Florent Brossoit made the save. Now John Martin. He'll take a bump as he gets to the line. Moved it ahead. Into the corner is Zach McPhee. Tried the no-look pass. 16-year-old defenseman Dyson Mayo intercepts and moves it to Martin Gernat. Not easy to crack this blue line core of the Edmonton Oil Kings, especially as a 16-year-old, but he's been good in this postseason.
Yeah, he came in for Ashton Sautner in Game 3, and now they can't get him out of the lineup.
Jagger Dirk. He'll start the rush. Thought about passing it. Keeps. Dumps it in. David Nucille. He was acquired earlier from Vancouver to solidify that defensive core, and he has been a tower of power back there. The Oiler pick. Son of Frank Nucille. Not letting the ice get to the net. Sam Reinhart, a quick spin move. Couldn't get a shot, though. Mitch Mraz going the other way. Calder's with him. Mraz dumps it around. Calder's over there. Down low to Mraz. Mraz spins away from Dirk. Tries to jam it in short side. It's loose in front and just put wide by Calder.
This is the line you don't want to play against. Nuwanika Mraz bring huge physical presence, and Calder's got a quick stick who likes to hound pucks. That's a tough line to play against for Edmonton.
Keegan Lowe leading all Oil Kings defensemen in points in this postseason. That shot went off his stick, got it in front of the net. Ice able to get it from the danger zone and out to the neutral zone. Jordan Boyd's pass. That's too far ahead for Montgomery. Montgomery's shot was off his skate. And now Henrik Samuelsson puts it ahead to Dylan Ruck. Ruck makes a move at the line, drops it off for Samuelsson. Samuelsson with 80 points in this regular season, but couldn't get one in the playoffs there. Pass to Ruck. Samuelsson back to Reinhart. That shot through a screen. Samuelsson with 3 points in this series. Curtis Lazar flying around out there. Puck comes back to Reinhart. Gives it over to Corbett. That shot's off a skate. Ruck races to the boards. Corbett will pinch down. Can't get that one through to the net. Right away, Lazar's on his man, Philp. Kootenay can't get it out. Dylan Ruck runs into Philp, and puck comes to the center line. Not much further. Not a lot of time for the Kootenay Ice when they get the puck.
And that's the one thing you have. When you have depth in your lineup, you can continue to roll your lines, and as a result, wear down the opposition.
Samuelson's still out there. It's been a long shift, but an effective one. Got it in front out of the reach of Legault. Tyson Mayo's pinched down. Legault. That shot. Skansky was able to get a piece of it with Trevor Cheek parked right on the doorstep. Oil Kings 3-on-2 along the boards. That extra man, is it good enough for them to get the puck? They do. Cheek drops it off to Legault. Now down to St. Croix. Trevor Cheek tracks it down behind the net. Slides it to Martin Garnett. Legault, number 7 for the Oil Kings, leads them in points in this postseason. 9 points, 7 coming in one game. Oil Kings battling to not let any shots through to the net, and finally McPhee just gloves that one outside the zone, and there will be a penalty coming up, and it looks like McPhee is going, and that will be the only one. So a power play coming up for the Edmonton Oil Kings. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Darren for what's coming up in the first intermission.
RJ, the only goal in this game occurring on an odd man rush. Nick Kyprios will tell us when it's okay to keep on a 3-on-1, and the fall of the Saskatoon Blades. Damien Cox has an opinion. It's all coming up in the first intermission on Friday Night Hockey.
Well, I think right before the interview with Rob Faulds, Derek Laxdal bought this call, screaming at the referees when Cheek went and Martin didn't. And on this occasion, it's McPhee who goes, all by himself for Kootenay.
Oil Kings had the number 1 power play in the regular season. It's been good in the postseason, too, running at about 31%. 5 for 16 in the series. Down to a minute to go in this first period. Oil Kings lead it 1-0. Dylan Ruck takes his time getting into the Kootenay zone. Tries to go wide on Jagger Dirk. Faith comes into the corner to stop Ruck's progress. Problem is St. Croix in there. Ruck comes up with it back to Lazar. Moves it to Garnett. Garnett's pass gets to Ruck. Now he'll switch spots with Garnett. Gives it away. Descheno moves it ahead to Sam Reinhart. Short-handed. Reinhart and Descheno trying to make something happen, and Garnett got back and broke up that rush. St. Croix over the line with 20 seconds to go. Cody Corbett Lofts it toward the front of the net. That's in the skates of Hubik, and he clears it down the ice. Now down to 10 seconds. Maybe one last try for Edmonton. Cody Corbett better hurry. 5 seconds to go. Time is running out on the Oil Kings. They will have some power play time. Carry over. 36 seconds will carry over into that second period, but the Oil Kings have the lead they wanted.
Casting the way the fish. You look at Bertolucci, who's made quantum leap in his development this year, and you talk about Bertolucci and playing in the BCHL last year, and it looks like he'll get a chance to sit down again because the Oil Kings will be on the power play. So very astute observation on his part.
Go with the hot hand. What's going on? So this is a problem for the Kootenay Ice. They're 2 men short to start this second period for the next 25 seconds. Brock Montgomery does a good job along the boards to send that down the ice. Brossois out right away to move it ahead to Cody Corbett. Down to 15 seconds to go, and the 2-man advantage for the ice. Michael St. Croix can't handle clean, has to regroup. Now the Oil Kings are in over the line. Samuelson pass to Corbett. It was bouncing, had to use his glove to knock it down. Dylan Ruck moves it to Garnett out of the penalty box. Is Zach McPhee. One-time chance for Ruck. He couldn't convert. Still a power play for the Oil Kings for the next minute and 15 seconds.
And Vetero got into it with both Keegan Lowe and Mitch Mraz at the end of that period, and so it was called right at the 20-minute mark.
Lazar's pass blocked by Joey Leach. And going the other way is Jaden DeShano. 78 points this season for DeShano. Shot from Sam Reinhart. These 2 shorthanded have been dangerous. They're the 2 offensive spark plugs for the Kootenay Ice. Good play by Jagger Dirk to poke that away from an Oil Kings player, and then finishes the job firing it down the ice. .35 seconds to go in the power play. Griffin Reinhart ahead to Lazar. Curtis Lazar lost an edge, got it back to Reinhart. Lazar the return feed. Goes over to Keegan Lowe. Reinhart doesn't shoot. Gives it back to Lowe. Now to Lazar. Down low to go. Sharp angle. Can't get a shot away. Puck comes back to Reinhart. It was in the air, and he couldn't knock it down.
Good play by Luke Philp. On the penalty kill, you have to be active with your stick, and Philp's stick there forced that puck out of the zone.
Oh, that was just icing. A pass out of the reach of Travis Iwanek, and there'll be 4 seconds to go on the power play for the Oil Kings, but they'll have a face-off inside their own zone.
We talked about Keegan Lowe in that first period, and how much of a pain in the rear end he can be to play against because he's always getting under your skin. There he does a good job to break up a play by Prochaska, and then he gets involved with Reinhart. With Reinhart again, really trying to get him under his skin and get him off his game. There he's bothering DeShano, as he did right off the opening face-off. And so Lowe's just one of those players you just don't like to play against. You don't like to practice against.
Garnett, the Slovakian import, missed a good chunk of the season with a shoulder injury. He's back and just in time for a playoff run for the Oil Kings, or so they hope.
Another one of those Edmonton Oilers draft picks.
Garnett intercepts that pass. He's got maybe the most offensive upside of the defensemen on the Oil Kings, but a lot of them chip in. You won't see any right near the top of the WHL defensemen scoring, but they're all in that 30-point range.
And as the field narrows, you have to get some production from your back end.
That was dangerous. Mackenzie Skatski, a deflected puck, kicked it aside. Sam Reinhart takes a hit. Jaden DeShano flies in. DeShano's pass scores! Jakob Prohaska deflects it up high, and the Kootenay Ice, they've got some fight in them. They tie it at 1.
RJ, right in the first period, we talked about Sam Reinhart and how smart a player he is. He makes this thing happen in the neutral zone. Watch number 23 in blue. Right here, he's got nowhere to go, so it's a simple chip ahead, knowing that only his teammate can get it, and then a perfect pass over to Prohaska, and Prochaska goes up top. Excellent, excellent play there. DeShano and Reinhart getting involved in the Prochaska goal to tie it at 1.
Early in the second period, all even in Game 5. Mackenzie Skavsky blockers one aside.
I love that play by Reinhart. I mean, absolutely brilliant.
Jordan Boyd, the younger brother of Dustin Boyd. Old Moose Jaw Warrior, Calgary Flames draft pick. I believe he's playing in the KHL now.
Skates just like him.
Boyd wears number 18 for Kootenay. Cody Corbin moves the pass ahead to Brendan Baddock. Derek Wagstall after the goal going to this young line that came through with their goal in the first period. Jager Dirk didn't like what he saw there. Henrik Samuelsson was in his face. Hudson Olenek, 15-year-old, moves the pass ahead. Now Dirk hustling back, but it has enough for icing.
You know, Ryan McGill has come in, and it took this team the first half before they realized what he wanted to do. But watch this breakout, RJ. This is absolutely perfect. Dirk sees that Lazar's pinching off at the point, so he goes back the other way, 2 simple passes, and the third one immediately out of the zone into the neutral zone. I mean, that's picture perfect. If you don't have anything, don't throw it away. Keep possession and try the other side. Exactly what worked there for Kootenay.
And the 15-year-old Hudson Olenek making a good play. Sam Reinhart comes in over the line, gets it over to Duchesneau. His shot trying for the far side, missed the net. Landon Peel. That one just trickled past the far side. This line of Reinhart, Duchesneau, and Prohaska has been effective. Reinhardt's shot, that's off the blocker of Brossois. Prohaska's been added to this line to start this second period.
I thought he had a good first period as well. And you look at Reinhart with his first point of the series, then that bodes well for Kootenay.
Brock Montgomery, he has 3 points in this series. Moved it in front of the net. It's picked off by Lazar, given right back to the ice. Leach's shot. Traffic in front of the net by the ice, trying to make life difficult for Laurent Brossois. Joey Leach tracks the puck down in his own zone. Bounce pass to Tanner Faith. Puck given away. Cheek overskated it. Now Faith will join the rush. It's a 3-on-2. Boyd to Faith, and coming back was Cheek, and he's able to break that up.
Boy, Trevor Cheek looks like a different player.
Brock Montgomery. Curling fans would know his dad, Rod Montgomery from Moose Jaw, represented Saskatchewan at the Brier in the past. St. Croix comes over the line, but this time Cheek was offside.
Some pretty good connections in this game, RJ, to the National Hockey League. And you look at all the Suns that are playing. We talked about Keegan Lowe quite a bit already, but Musil, both Reinhardts, and then Hudson Elena. Pat was his father, a former first-round pick to the Winnipeg Jets in the 1986 draft, went 8th overall that year. And Hudson, as a 15-year-old, getting a sniff of some playoff hockey.
Edgar's Calda moves the puck behind the net. Mitch Miraz trying to work away from Jager Dirk. Colin Shirley, the 16-year-old, had to work hard to get the puck up. Calda's pass. That won't work. He wanted was well offside. Laurent Brossois plays into the skates of Mayo. Shirley tries to tuck it 5-hole, and Brossois got back in position in time.
And you made a big league hard pass to his defenseman, and he couldn't handle it.
Oh, the Ice. They've had a good second period. They've scored and came close. It's tied at 1.
Behind the Kootenay Ice bench with Ryan McGill, the head coach. The goal that you got in this period, a big boost to the confidence for your team.
Well, it's a huge boost for us after killing off that 5-on-3 and coming down the other end and scoring. So hopefully the game's opened up a little bit now, and hopefully that's good for us.
What was your message to them during the first intermission?
Well, just that we got to kill this penalty off, and we got to have more guys on board because we're trying to feel our way through, and in this time of year, you can't feel your way through.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
One of the other things they mentioned, too, guys, was communication. Make sure that all the players talk to each other on the ice.
It's funny, he talked about feeling his way through, and that's something he doesn't want from his guys. He wants a go-go, up-tempo style of game, a lot different than the way he coached in the American Hockey League when he didn't have quite the skill, talent, and speed that he has here in Kootenay.
Players have no problem buying into a go-go-go style rather than a defensive style. Good pass to Sam Reinhart, makes a move, and a shot off the shoulder of Brossois, and that goes up and out of play. Let's head back to the studio. We've got an update from Darren.
Overtime in the OHL. Evander DeHaan to Michael Cantor. Shot stopped. DeHaan buries the rebound. Sudbury wins the series in 5. Significant because the Battalion's last game in Brampton. They're moving to North Bay next year.
Yes, that is it for the Brampton Battalion.
That should be a good lesson to the people in Kootenay. Attendance down 16.5% this year. One of the lowest crowds in franchise history a couple of nights ago. Unacceptable for a team that's been in the postseason for the last 15 straight years.
14 consecutive 500 or better seasons. That's the most in the Western Hockey League, and you don't want this team to move with all the 17 and 18-year-olds they have. What a bright future for the Ice.
Won a cup in 2002. Went back again in 2011. I mean, I don't know what more you want from a hockey club.
Griffin Reinhart just kept that onside. Curtis Lazar in on the forecheck on Dirk. Dirk bounced off that, moved it ahead to Luke Philp, and now Brock Montgomery reaves through center. Puts it right on Brossois. Faith waits for it along the boards. Not much time to wait with these Oil Kings. Cole Benson can't steal it away. Joey Leach. That pass got through a maze of players. Prohashka tips it past Musil. This big line for Kootenay is out there again. They've had a chance every time they've had a shift this period. Sam Reinhart out. He spot Jagger Dirk over there.
It's those eyes in the back of his head.
Dirk just couldn't handle the pass, and now Luke Bertolucci, the goal scorer for the Oil Kings, zips into the Kootenay zone. Bertolucci waits for the reinforcements. David Musil. He'll bring it down into the corner. Slides it to Brandon Bannock. Bannock tied up by Peel, gets away from him. Now spins again. Back the other way. Cole Benson. He's tied up by Prohashka. Now Prohashka gets a hit from Bannock, and Bannock has a lane to the net. He tried to go short side, put it off the outside of the post.
How about these killer bees for the Oil Kings? They're flying out there. They're buzzing.
Peel, he can't get the puck out. They've even been able to get a line change in the offensive zone. Cheeks out there. His shot misses the net. Musil. He'll keep it in. Slides it down to Cheek. He'll let it go back of the net to St. Croix. Michael St. Croix, 7th in WHL scoring during the regular season. Saved by Skabsky. Ice slow to move on it. Finally, they'll get it and just fire it down the ice and get that whistle to relieve some of that pressure. Well, lots of travel in the Western Hockey League, and these are scenes that you never want to see. The good news is no damage to any players, just the bus.
Rogan Dean and Brian Cheeseman via our social media specialist, Taya McLaughlin, sending in those pictures off of Twitter. An elk hit on the way to Kootenay, on the way to Cranbrook, rather, and good thing that no one was injured other than the elk. But boy, oh boy, this time of year, travel can be tough. That's for sure. And so the Oil Kings got out there. The bus was rattled. And kind of like Mike Brown for the Oilers last night, they continued on. After Brown took those stitches in the coconut to start the game, the bus took a few zippers off that front left bumper and kept on going.
You want to win over your new team? Do what Mike Brown did.
And return to be effective later in the game.
Prohashka, there's a confident play, moves it to Sam Reinhart, put it in front of his own net. Breakout work, but Oil Kings have it right back in the zone. Stefan Legault, his shot stopped by Skabsky, and he did not allow a rebound. Good thing, too, because the Oil Kings were all right on the doorstep. Let's go back to Rob Falls.
It is going to be a busy week, and of course, with the hockey trade deadline rapidly approaching, we've got a preview show for you presented by Coors Light, Tuesday at 11 Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific on East Ontario, Western Pacific. To get the deadline info on who might go where, make sure you check it out. Sportsnet and the Hockey Central Trade Deadline Preview Show presented by Coors Light.
Well, what's Ray Shero going to do next?
Unbelievable.
Travis Iwanek spins and fires, missed the net. Oil Kings have stepped it up a notch over the last couple of minutes. Mraz, a shot right on. Calder might have got a piece of it. But Mackenzie Skapski coming up big again for the Kootenay Ice and making sure it remains tied on Friday Night Hockey.
It's a new year.
Time now for the CHL Roots Alumni, brought to you by Husky. Earn free gas with My Husky Rewards. Visit your local Husky retailer today. The Edmonton Oil Kings have a rich history in the Canadian Hockey League. Just take a look from 1960 to 1966. If they weren't the runner-up, they won it in 1963 and 1966. This is a look at the 1963 Edmonton Oil Kings that won the MasterCard Memorial Cup. And two familiar names, Glenn Sather, nice haircut there in the top row, and Pat Quinn. Pat Quinn, of course, will be part of our Sportsnet trade deadline show this week. And there they are, 62, 63, 65, 66. And you know, RJ Sam, the current addition to the Oil Kings, would love to add another banner to the rafters.
Well, they've got a good chance. One of the top teams in the Canadian Hockey League. Final rankings, they came in at number 4. The stacked group this season. Oil Kings defending Western Hockey League champions. Curtis Lazar comes out of the corner, now leaves it for Calder. There's a shot right on, and again, Skapski sees an Oil Kings player right in front of him and is able to hang on and not allow that rebound.
They talk about the Oil Kings' success. It really starts with Bob Green, the general manager, who won Executive of the Year last year and is up for it again this year. And he was responsible for the hiring of Derek Laxdal out of the East Coast League. And all Laxdal has done is be first or second in just about every category that matters for the Oil Kings here the last 2 seasons. It's been a fantastic run. And, you know, I said it a lot last year. I still think he has a bright future as a head coach in the National Hockey League.
Face-off win for the Oil Kings. Dylan Ruck gets it to Keegan Lowe. That's blocked in front by his own man, Samuelson. He couldn't get it out of his equipment to get a shot. A couple of hits on Descheno. Heel almost gave that right to Rock in front of the net. Jagger Dirk wheels it to the line. Moves it to Peel. Sam Reinhart has it poked away by Keegan Lowe. Now Reinhart standing still. Puts the pass to Descheno in front of the net. Prohashka. He slid it through the slot area. Nobody there for Kootenay. Keegan Lowe throws a hard hit down low.
He throws them for keeps.
Descheno drops it off for Sam Reinhart. He'll flip it over everybody's head into the corner and hopes Descheno could get there. Reinhart moves it down low. Again, this line for the Kootenay Ice has been effective. And you get a pretty good glimpse at why scouts are looking forward to the 2014 draft. But let's talk about the 2013 draft. And Curtis Lazar, he's going to be a top pick. And that's one of the reasons right there. 38 goals during the regular season and another one here in the playoffs. That gives him 3 in the postseason and gives the Oil Kings the lead.
A nifty move, and it's the lightning quick release and the element of surprise that Lazar uses. It's a give and go. Lazar will pick it as he splits the D, and then it's that quick release. And I think Leach really felt as if he was going to take this puck behind the net, but instead he loads up quickly, and look at how quickly he gets that puck in the air. Top shelf to beat Skapski, much the same way the first Oil Kings goal went in, up top.
What a shot by Curtis Lazar.
It's funny, we were here earlier in the year, RJ, and all everyone could talk about was Curtis Lazar. He can't score. What's wrong with him? He's got draftieritis. I think that's turned around quite quickly, thank you very much. We'll see you in the first round.
Reinhart takes a shot again. There's traffic in front of the net. Trevor Cheek was there, stole the puck, back to Reinhart. Reinhart's shot blocked by Colin Shirley. The Saskatoon native got it to the blue line, but no further, and Cody Corbett zips the other way. There's 4 Oil Kings in on this rush. The crowd begins to buzz. Bouncing puck, St. Croix shot. Skapski to save. A penalty coming up. And there might be some more penalties coming up, too. Now Faith and Cheek pushing and shoving.
I think St. Croix is going to get it for a goalie interference, even though he was pushed in at the end of the play.
Faith making his way to the penalty box. Cheek's heading there. He's been there already tonight. Now St. Croix.
It's interesting where this puck lands up. Right on top of the pad of Skapski. There it is, and as he kicks his leg, it gets lodged in there in one of the straps. Otherwise, he kicks it into his own goal.
Well, there's Cheek and St. Croix. And Tanner Faith is the only one in there for Kootenay, so this will be a power play for the Kootenay Ice.
This is going to drive Derek Laxdal nuts. I mean, it's the same sort of thing, but Cheek has to realize here at the end of the play, he needs to stay out of it. I mean, the lesson should have been learned on the first penalty. When he got into extracurricular after the whistle, hacking and whacking, he took a penalty there. He should have learned from that thereafter.
After a slow start, it had been all Oil Kings. The momentum was certainly on their side, but the Ice a chance to steal it back on the power play.
Cheek tried to kick the pad in to see if the puck would go across the line.
Montgomery moves it to Joey Leach, gets the return feed. That's deflected. Big save, Brossois. Jaden Descheno got a stick on it, and Brossois stopped him. Montgomery winds and fires. That missed the net. Keegan Lowe on it, and he gets enough of it to fire it down the ice.
You can't live with a 0% in the power play, and that's the way it's been for Kootenay this whole series. Now, of course, you're going up against what was the second-rated penalty kill in the Western Hockey League this year, but you have to find a way to work through it. And Ryan McGill said those second and third chance opportunities just have not been there. We have not created them.
Kootenay 0 for 19 in the series on the power play, and a tough start to this one. Down to a minute to go. And the penalty to the Oil Kings. Jager Dirk playing in his 28th playoff game. Descheno to Dirk. Back to Descheno. Right back to Dirk. Now a shot from Peel. That's kicked aside. Descheno's pass, spin and fire from Prohashka, and Griffin Reinhart got in front of it and fired it the length of the ice.
Well, this is the second-rated penalty kill in the Western Hockey League for the Edmonton Oil Kings.
That was during the regular season. They've been perfect in the postseason. Samuelson hard around the boards, and that trickles past Peel. Dirk's pass. That's going the wrong way for the Ice, and that will do it for their power play. Just 5 seconds to go, and the stick of Skapski warning his players that coming out of the penalty box is Trevor Cheek. Maybe one chance now. That was off a skate. Brossois stayed with it. Samuelson's pass to Dylan Ruck. Ruck brings it in over the Kootenay line and stops. Now Cheek. He got a shot away, but it was off a stick and goes out of play. The Oil Kings, thanks to Curtis Lazar, have taken the lead here in the second.
The Dodge Family All-Stars program celebrates CHL billet families across Canada. 3 billet families will receive CHL awards and go on the ice at the 2013 MasterCard Memorial Cup for the chance to win a Dodge Caravan. We asked goal scorer Curtis Lazar the importance of his billet family.
My family, they're quite far ways away, so I mean, all we can do is, those Skype calls and talk on the phone, but just have that, the comfort level, it's probably the biggest thing. I mean, being able to sit down at the dinner table and, have a decent meal and just talk to them, and it's really a good feeling.
Home may be Vernon, BC, but Randy and Debbie Pollock here in Edmonton have made Curtis Lazar feel very much at home, and we salute Randy and Debbie and all the CHL billets.
Well, Curtis Lazar is a quality young man, too, so tough to beat getting him as a billet in your home.
Yeah, the Pollock's got a good one there.
Here's Luke Phil. 2 goals in this series. Looked sharp there, but it was stolen away. Going the other way is Cheek. Cheek's pass looking for Legault. Punts in front of the net. Legault had it for a moment, but couldn't get a shot. Mason Mayo moves it to Garnett, takes the return feed. Mayo played in the 2 games. This is his 3rd game of the postseason. He has 2 assists. We're seeing why. He can fly, leading the rush for the Oil Kings. Garnett, he gets a shot. No traffic in front of Skapski. He handles that with no problem. Garnett on it again. He gets hauled down in the corner, pass back to Cheek. He covered up as going to the bench was Mayo for a change, and Corbett's out there now. A successful line change for the D in the offensive zone for the Oil Kings. Corbett's shot, that's deflected. Skepsky, a huge save. Pressure put on by the Oil Kings again. Garnett's shot, that one's blocked by Montgomery. Gets to the loose puck. 3-on-1 developing. Now it's a 2-on-1. Phil, shot from Boyd, missed the net. Luke Philp got the pass to Boyd, but he couldn't put it on goal. That shot from Peel hits his stick. It goes wide. Prohaska sends it in down low. Nobody there for Kootenay. Garnett has plenty of time, but gives it away to Prohaska. Foot race. Cheek going after it. Peel got there ahead of Cheek, and right away the linesman saying that was off the stick of Cheek. Face-off will come outside.
Oh, man, Boyd with a golden opportunity for Kootenay to tie this thing up. But first, at the other end of the ice, the Corbett shot is deflected on the way in, and Skapski gets down in the butterfly to make a good save. And then watch Boyd accept the pass, and it just misses the far side. He had enough cage to get that thing in there. Brossois over there with the blocker. But Boyd missed the net. It didn't matter.
Oil Kings have outshot Kootenay 16-8 in this second period. Pass ahead to Sam Reinhart. Reinhart's in, and his shot went up high. Might have been aggravated just enough by the two defensemen coming back. Mitch Mraz puts it into the slot area. Coming back is Duchesneau off the boards to Jakub Prohaska. Prohaska has the goal for the Kootenay Ice in this period. Iwanek chops at it. Stolen by Duchesneau. Over to Philp. A pad saved by Brossois. Puck's not out. Leach gets a shot. That's off a skate of Calda. Philp goes into the corner against Iwanek. Travis Iwanek, one of the three birthday boys, moves it to the line. That doesn't come out. Leach. Quick shot. That was blocked by Iwanek. Keegan Lowe comes up with it, wraps it around, waiting for it. There is Faith. Doesn't get much on his attempt to keep it in. He can't. Faith overskates it. Now moves it ahead to Jordan Boyd. That shot hits the net. Brossois knocked it down, took a look, and he saw Philp was too close for comfort.
Well, the Kootenay Ice now starting to apply a little pressure, and it's Reinhardt who finds a seam in the D and takes this pass perfectly on the backhand and then tries to raise the puck over Brossois, but because the puck's on end, he just can't get enough good wood on it. Not to mention he's being bothered from behind by David Musil.
That was a good look at how much that puck was rolling. Bad luck for Sam Reinhart. Henrik Samuelsson moves it ahead to Dylan Ruck. Ruck sprints into the Kootenay zone, redirected on Skapski, and he jumps on top of that and will hang on down to 1:53 to go here in the second period. The second intermission's on the way, so let's go to the studio to find out what's coming up. Darren.
Damian Cox and Nick Kyprios will discuss the push from the Kootenay Ice. That's coming up in the second intermission, as well as the various playoff formats between the QMJHL, the OHL, and the Dub. You done, Nick? Thank you. Back to you, RJ.
Things slowly starting to sort themselves out in the first round. In fact, this is the only Eastern Conference series still going on in the Western Hockey League. Kootenay would like to see it go a few more games, and they're pouring it on late in this second period. Brossois had to make another solid save.
A big upset in the Quebec League as Moncton was down by the Victoriaville Tigre. And it's interesting in that Philip Deneau was traded from Victoriaville to Moncton as a way for Moncton to boost up their chances. And looking at this series, Edmonton got off to a great start. Legault with a 7-point game, then Kootenay and 47 save performance from Skapski. 7-1 and a 4-0 win for Edmonton followed thereafter.
Leach with a shot. St. Croix got in front of it. St. Croix moves it ahead to Cheek. Saw he had Legault there. The pass didn't get to him. And Skapski indicated to his defenseman it was going to be icing. It had hit a Kootenay player. Cheek with some time at the line. That shot deflected just wide. Sam Reinhart moves the pass ahead to Prohaska. Now Descheno. Descheno has to stop. Prohaska spins and fires, and Brossois calmly kicks that right pad out.
What about this line creating opportunities again for the Kootenay Ice? They've been excellent in this game.
And they've been out there a lot in this second period especially.
Philp and Legault getting into it, and you look at Ryan McGill and this Kootenay Ice team, and one of the things he wanted to do to introduce himself to the club was they had a top chef contest right at the start of the year, and they were divided up into 3 teams with the Kootenay Ice players, given $80 to go out and cook at the local school, and a couple of local judges made the decision as to who would win, and guess who? Sam Reinhart.
He wins everything.
His team won the top chef contest, and a pretty interesting way to get some team building going for the Kootenay Ice.
Down to 30 seconds to go in the period. Edgar's Calda had a great chance and put it up high. Mitch Miraz knocked down. Jagger Dirk had some tough going down low. Stumbles. Puck stolen by Calda. Now Philp steals it and gets it to Jordan Boyd, and 3 ice are away. Boyd having trouble with Griffin Reinhart. That long reach of Reinhart and some physical play, too. Stymied that Kootenay rush. Final seconds tick away, and Calda wasn't even going to wait late in the period. He put the big forecheck on Joey Leach. What do you think he's saying, Sam? A little extra time?
Well, it wouldn't be foreign to Friday night hockey, that's for sure. We've seen a lot of it this year.
It is just a 1-goal lead for the Edmonton Oil Kings. The question as we start this third period, do the Kootenay Ice have more than 20 minutes left in their season? And right away, the Oil Kings jump on the offense. Jagger Dirk, he'll be forechecked by Edgar's Calda, a Latvian import. Jaden Descheno takes it away. Now Peel moves it to Prohaska. Pinching all the way down to the bottom of the circle was David Musil. Sam Reinhart. This is the guy who Kootenay wants to see with the puck. Put it on Brossois. He swatted it down. Cleared by the Oil Kings, and on that fresh ice, that will have more than enough to go for icing.
Now this is an Edmonton Oil Kings team that's poised here for what they think is going to be a much deeper run. And how much deeper can you get if you're the defending Ed Chinook Cup champions? But this unfinished business motto that they're using to sell their playoff tickets speaks volumes to me about how they weren't satisfied with just that title and are looking for more this season.
Well, they've had that MasterCard Memorial Cup experience now. They know what to expect. They weren't happy with their showing in Shawinigan, and unfinished business. We know exactly what that means. Still some unfinished business in this one, though. Henrik Samuelsson gets the pass ahead to Griffin Reinhart. Doesn't handle it clean. Wanted to join the rush. Joey Leach, the captain of the ice, moves it ahead to Brock Montgomery. Montgomery against 3 Oil Kings. Got a shot away, but it was deflected up and out of play.
Well, RJ, here's how things have transformed in tonight's game. It's the Oil Kings with Luke Bertolucci. Odd numbers, goes up top, and then Prohaska, the goal we showed as our play of the period in the second before Curtis Lazar goes backhand shelf on Skapski, and that's where we stand here in the third period. Lazar and the Oil Kings up 2-1 over Kootenay.
Sam Reinhart, another good part of his game. Face-offs, won that one clean. Prohaska leaves it for Reinhart. Quickly to Descheno. What a move by Descheno. He's in. Oh, and he couldn't get a shot away. Stefan Legault came back to take the puck before he could put it into the open net. But what a dangle by Jaden Descheno.
Oh, man, fun to watch. That'd have been goal of the year had it gone in.
In his 17-year-old season, it's been a good season for Descheno. 78 points. Look out here. No shot from Trevor Cheek. Prohaska behind his own net. Gives it away. St. Croix can't go far with it, and Jagger Dirk takes over. Bouncing puck on Brossois. Made sure to get his body behind it. Left it for his defenseman Garnack. Moves it along the boards to Calder. Oil Kings out of their zone, but fired right back in by Zach McPhee. Martin Garnack moves it along the boards. Mraz slides it ahead. Waiting for it is Calder. Travis Iwanek, Oilers draft pick. Gets to the hash mark along the boards. Missed the net, though. Now Garnack has to scramble to get back before Martin does. And Mason Mayo had a small adventure. Martin in on the forecheck. Garnack hacks at it. Mirage gives it away to McPhee. McPhee's shot's off the side of the net. Now Hudson Olenek, the 15-year-old, wears number 16. He's getting a shift here in the third period. Dirk won't shoot. Mirage out of the play, tried to block it. Off the bench, Phil lost the handle and now trying to track it down is Calder. He won't get there before Landon Peel. Luke Phil spins away from Ruck, makes another move. Ruck has it. Looking for somebody open, puts it right on the tape of Samuelson. Tried the one-time shot, didn't work. And the net is off. Lazar flying in.
Always got a smile on his face and frowned upon this. A good opportunity for Jaden Descheno. Just perfect angle, and that one extra move right there allows Legault to go stick on stick and just take the chance away from him at the last second. But a brilliant, brilliant play by Descheno, the midget AAA player of the year with the Leduc Oil Kings last year.
David Musil to Henrik Samuelson, goes to the corner. Brock Montgomery slides it ahead, and here's Luke Philp. Philp trying to pick up some speed. He's trying to make a move on Keegan Lowe. Not easy against the Oil Kings MVP this year and top defenseman. Dylan Ruck. What a pass that was. Knocked down by Samuelson in full stride. Joey Leach roughs him up in the corner. Ruck comes in to help out. Comes back to Griffin Reinhart. Gets it to Henrik Samuelson. Behind the net. Ruck sweeps in. Comes up with a puck. His pass blocked by Leach. Reinhart's shot lofted in on Mackenzie Stamsky. And he's able to hang on and get the whistle. Let's go to Rob Falls.
It has become one of the must-reads for sports fans. Sportsnet Magazine, you can check out the new issue with an 18-page preview of the Blue Jays' upcoming season and an in-depth profile of the Blue Jays' new leadoff man, Jose Reyes. It's on newsstands right now, Sportsnet Magazine.
Shots are 27-19 in favor of the Oil Kings, but just a one-goal lead for Edmonton.
Well, considering that in the final two periods of the last meeting between these two clubs, Kootenay was only able to muster up 8 shots. So a big difference in that number for the Kootenay Ice.
Prohaska. He had a stride on Griffin Reinhart, but Reinhart was able to get back. Corbett's pass in front of his own net. Sam Reinhart a shot. And that's blocked aside by Brossois. Corbett leaves it for Griffin Reinhart. There's the two Reinharts, Sam and Griffin. And Griffin able to move the puck ahead. Mitch Mraz starts the other way for the Oil Kings. Mraz. Oh, he's hit from behind into the boards by Jagger Dirk, and a penalty is coming up to Dirk. And Mraz is down.
And you know it must have hurt because Mraz is a tough guy, and he got a face full of boards there. I thought Dirk had done a great job defending him to that point. And it's right here. It's in that dangerous position, and you can see where Mraz is putting on the brakes, just trying to brace himself. And Dirk runs him into the end boards for that. He's going to be tossed out of this game, it looks like. Oh no, he's in the penalty box. There he is.
Well, they do have the Zamboni doors open, which is where the Kootenay Ice exit, but I believe it's the ambulance staff standing by in case they're needed.
And obviously the fans here at Rexall Do not like that. And Mraz still struggling to get up. Ryan Cheeseman out there, the trainer, and Mraz finally gets up under his own power. And that's good to see.
And you're right, Sam. Jagger Dirk is going to exit this game.
Yep, he's been tossed.
And a 5-minute major given to Jagger Dirk.
Joey Leach is the captain for the Kootenay Ice. He's over there and saying, hey, was this deserved of our player being ejected from the game? And now Ryan McGill asking that very same question. Mraz trying to cut the corner. Dirk has him there, and then just throws him into the end boards. And Mraz remained down.
Well, a 5-minute major here for the Edmonton Oil Kings and a chance to polish off this series.
5 minutes reporting and a game misconduct.
Sam Reinhart moves it just inside the Oil Kings line. Martin Garnack takes over behind his own goal.
And a game misconduct at 5 minutes, 2 seconds. And now it's time for your Oil Kings to return to the Impact Power Play.
We've played 5 minutes and 35 seconds here in the third period. Want to welcome those watching the Calgary Flames game. Edmonton Oil Kings leading in Game 5 of this series, 2-1. A chance to end the series, and they're in a good position to do that now. Just 32 seconds into a 5-minute major. Jagger Dirk hit Mitch Mraz from behind the Kootenay net. Jagger Dirk has been kicked out of the game, and now 4 minutes and 26 seconds remain in this 5-minute major power play for the Oil Kings.
And here's the one-on-one situation. Mraz in white wearing 29, Dirk 5 in blue for Kootenay. Was ejected for that hit.
Rock took a shot that was up high on Skamsky. He stopped it, and the Kootenay Ice been solid on this penalty kill through the first 45 seconds. Long road to go. Dylan Ruck. Wrapped around the boards again and cleared. Dylan Ruck, one of the best playmakers in the Western Hockey League, led all players in power play assists, and he comes out of his own zone.
And the guy who's up for the Sportsmanlike Player of the Year.
Henrik Samuelsson, son of Ulf. He had an 80-point season. Moves it down to Trevor Cheek. Leaves it for Samuelsson. An aggressive penalty kill here. Michael St. Croix gets it back to Griffin Reinhart. Rock gives it right back to Reinhart. Low shot deflected in front by Samuelsson, who went wide. Brandon Peel hustles after it. Samuelsson with a reach. Didn't make that clear easy. St. Croix threw it in front of the net, and it splits all the Oil Kings players, and Brossoit has to play it. Cody Corbett led the Oil Kings defensive corps in points during the regular season. Jeff Ubik took a swing at it. Trevor Cheek, short side, and there's Mackenzie Skamsky to keep tight to that post and make sure it didn't squeeze by him.
Henrik Samuelsson, a first-round pick of the Phoenix Coyotes, and we get a good look at what he does best here in the power play. He simply parks himself right on the edge of that blue ice, and he's got such good hand-eye coordination that not only is there to be a banger and a bruiser, but has the ability to tip pucks in front of the net. And to think that just over a year ago, he made his way over from Sweden. He was playing for his dad and wasn't getting the required ice time. The Edmonton Oil Kings were able to convince him to come over, and it worked out really well because playing on a line with Stéphane Legault and Curtis Lazar, they were absolutely brilliant in the MasterCard Memorial Cup, the best line for the Oil Kings. And then Samuelsson goes on to get drafted in the first round, and all the rest is history.
Small delay here as Mackenzie Skamsky gets a strap looked after on his right pad. Appears to be good to go now.
Been quite a rise to prominence for this guy. Much the same way Kootenay had a massive improvement from the first half of the year to the second half of the year. A lot of that coincided with the play of Mackenzie Skapski. Goalie of the month, 9-2-0 in the month of February.
Keegan Lowe's shot, that missed, and Skapski was instrumental in the one win Kootenay has in this series, a 2-1 overtime win. He was spectacular, especially late.
He's the only goalie to shut out the Edmonton Oil Kings this year and actually won 3 games against Edmonton. Considering they lost 6 in regulation, that's pretty good.
He had to be careful there out of his net. No damage done. Going the other way is Luke Philp. Philp, number 12 for Kootenay, has 2 of their 4 goals in this series. The Let's Go Oil Kings chat beginning to rattle through here at Rexall Place. Down to 2 minutes to go in this 5-minute major. Corbett to Michael St. Croix. St. Croix got a shot through, and Skapski saw it, and there's nothing left for the Oil Kings players waiting in front of the net.
You know, the Kootenay Ice hired a new goalie coach in Mike Bergeron, and that happened in November. And it took a little while for him to get some chemistry with Skapski, and once that happened, this drastic turnaround, a guy who played in 65 games, 3rd in the league in minutes, and the rest of the numbers pretty good for a team that finished 8th in the conference.
Under 2 minutes to go in this power play now for the Oil Kings. They have 3 shots. Haven't been able to muster a goal. Spin and fire from St. Croix. He missed the short side. Samuelson. He doesn't handle it clean. How about the hands of Sam Reinhart? Flips it up to Descheno. Descheno in, and Brossois got a piece of it. Henrik Samuelson. Pass across to Lazar. In front. St. Croix tips it just wide.
Took a high stick from Reinhart. It was missed.
St. Croix moves it down to Samuelson right away. Jeff Hubert gets on him, and Hubert getting some more ice time now that Jagger Dirk's been kicked out of the contest.
Yeah, Hubert's been all over the place for Kootenay. He started as a defensive and then moved to forward. Then they got thin in defense. He had to go back.
Dylan Ruck leading this rush for the Oil Kings. Mitch Miraz, he's back out there getting some power play time. Good news that he's not injured. Phillips pass. Brock Montgomery had it just behind him, and coming back was Ruck to take it away. Short-handed Kootenay trying to generate a little something.
Well, 2 pretty good chances. Sometimes that kill, and if it works out here over the next 30 seconds, can invigorate a team, especially a 5-minuter.
Oil Kings, not much going on this power play. Chance to really ice the ice, and they haven't done it. Joey Leach, overage player. He doesn't want this to be his last game. Sends it the length of the ice. Down to 10 seconds to go in this power play. Edgar's called up. He's in over the line. Put it in front of the net, out of the reach of Luke Bertolucci. Keegan Lowe has it. Hudson Olenek is back on the ice. He was serving the 5-minute major. The Kootenay Ice. They kill off the 5-minute major and trail by 1.
Oh, hello.
9 minutes, 51 seconds remain in the 3rd period. Edmonton Oil Kings lead the Kootenay Ice 2-1. Lead the series 3-1. And the Ice might have a little momentum after killing off a 5-minute major. Samuelson moves it back to Keegan Lowe. Put it in front of the net. Joey Leach able to clear. Chance to skate for Curtis Lazar, and he can fly if he gets a little space. There's Lazar. He's in full stride. There's a shot off the side of the net. Lowe gets it ahead to Samuelson. Samuelson dumps it in, chases after it himself. 2 big bodies, Leach and Samuelson bump in the corner. David moves Seals down there to try to keep the puck in. Puck comes just outside the line. Keegan Lowe waits long enough for his teammates to exit the zone. Brings it in. DeShano to the line, not out. Legault got there in time, and finally the Kootenay Ice able to clear it, but it goes out of play.
Well, the Edmonton Oil Kings had a 5-minute power play thanks to the ejection of Jagger Dirk, and here's what happened on that. Look at this play by Reinhart. I mean, that's unbelievable. Guy's bearing down, he flicks it up over. Only DeShano can get it. He gets an opportunity, and then a little later, quick pass in front of the net, but it was taken away at the last second by Ruck.
Face-off win for the Oil Kings. Trevor Cheek. He's bumped by Hubert. Cheek able to work through that check. Spins, misses the net. Stefan Legault. He leads the Oil Kings in points in this postseason. Ice have held him in check in this game. Phillips pass, bouncing puck. Montgomery waited for it. Corbett took it. Griffin Reinhart, the captain of the Oil Kings. New York Islanders' 4th overall pick in this past draft. Waits for the forecheck. Now he'll skate it. Ran right into Montgomery, but got the puck out. Trevor Cheek, first man on it. Corbett, his shot off his stick.
Skapski's got to be careful. He's raised his hand on a couple of occasions to indicate icing, and that may have forced his defenseman to let up a little bit. That was way too close to be doing that.
You're right. We've seen that a couple of times from him. And that wasn't even close. It was 8 feet inside the red line. Jordan Boyd trying to buy a little time. There's a change going on for the Oil Kings. Boyd will send it in. Now he'll head off for a change. Griffin Reinhart moves it to his defense partner, Corbett. Corbett decides to do the safe thing. Put it off the glass and out. Hayden Olenek, the 15-year-old, trying to track down a loose puck. Wouldn't that been a story if he was able to tie this up? Couldn't do it. Brossoit makes the save. Down to 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Oil Kings are up by 1. The hardest working player of the game, looking to score big on a John Deere? Then don't miss the Deere Season sales event at your local John Deere dealer and save on gators, compact tractors, and more. Visit your local John Deere dealership today to save.
And we turn to number 4 of the Edmonton Oil Kings, Keegan Lowe. Not afraid to get down and block a shot, and he's definitely not afraid of the rough and tumble stuff, especially getting into the opponent's face after the whistle. And here, he bugs DeShano all the way up the ice and still has time to grab a stick. And I guess he comes by it honestly, his dad, Kevin, in attendance looking on.
And it's his birthday. Turns 20 today. 3 Oil Kings celebrating a birthday on March 29th. Keegan Lowe, Travis Iwanek, Brandon Baddock. Off the face-off. That was a dangerous play by the ice, and Laurent Brossoit wasn't fooled one bit.
There's Lowe gets to wear an A in what's a very deep back end for the Edmonton Oil Kings. I mean, yeah, Dyson Mayo to the mix now. It goes 7 deep.
And Ashton Sotner's pretty good, too. He got injured, and that's given Mayo a chance to come in the lineup. On icing here on the Oil Kings, let's head back to the studio. Darren.
RJ Sam, 6 of the 8 first-round series in the OHL are complete. Generals win 3-2 and take the series 4-1 over Niagara.
The Belleville series still ongoing. Mississauga doing a great job under James Boyd there. That series tied at 2. Game 5 goes tomorrow. And then the Owen Sound Sault Ste. Marie series has been a very good one in the Ontario Hockey League as well.
Sault Ste. Marie, a little bit like Kootenay with a pretty good second half, a late surge. Nobody was wanting to meet them in the first round in the Ontario Hockey League. And here in the Western Hockey League, 3 of the 4 teams in the Eastern Conference are sitting and waiting and hoping this series keeps going and going.
Forever and ever.
Calgary,
overtime games.
Calgary and Red Deer and Medicine Hat, they've all clinched. They're done. Oil Kings want to join them. And should the Oil Kings win this series, they'd face Medicine Hat in the second round, and Red Deer and Calgary would play.
How about the job Sean Clouston did? I mean, everyone's talking about Saskatoon getting beat out, and not enough people are giving credit to Sean Clouston and the Medicine Hat Tigers. Curtis Ball, Hunter Shinkarik, and Cam Lanigan in goal.
Yep.
Playing like it'll be his last time around as an overager.
Brock Montgomery, speaking of overagers, the Moose Jaw native, gets to the center red line, dumps it in, heads off for a change. Keegan Lowe doesn't waste any time behind his own goal. Jeff Hubert will have to hurry. The forecheck's coming. Reverses it. Landon Peel slides it ahead. Jayden DeShano. We've seen some bursts from that young man. Iwanek touch pass to Calda. Calda's shot. That's off a stick. Missed the net. Sam Reinhart. Pass was well behind him. He's still got a stick on it. Moves it to Peel. DeShano takes it at his own line. Slowly circles. There's some more moves from DeShano. Starting to put on a clinic. Griffin Reinhart. Tough to deke around him. Sam Reinhart, you know he's tried many times to get around his big brother. Jakub Prohaska. He has the goal for Kootenay. He scored early in the second. DeShano. He's all tied up behind the net. And a penalty coming up. Cody Corbett's going to argue his case, but the Kootenay Ice will have a power play and a chance to tie when we come back.
Cody Corbett's been shaking his head the entire television timeout. He can't believe it that he was called for hooking. But DeShano does a great job. He gets body position on him, and the stick simply gets caught. And I think DeShano did a great job in just pinching his arm to the stick to make it look as if it were a hook. And so Corbett gets called at the most inopportune time. I mean, the Oil Kings had a 5-minute man advantage earlier in this period, and now Kootenay with a chance to tie it here late, thanks to the Corbett hooking penalty.
Jayden DeShano, he's out there. He had 30 goals during the regular season. Just turned 18 in February. Edmonton native. Skapski has to be careful where he plays that puck. He's okay. Joey Leach, lead pass. Here's DeShano. He's over the line. Saucers it in front. Northwest shot stopped by Brossois. Huge save, Brossois.
Brilliant play, though. A one-touch pass from Leach to DeShano. Phil, awesome.
Brock Montgomery, he was a force to be reckoned with on the power play. 18 power play goals. Watch for big number 21 out there for Kootenay. Joey Leach gets the puck to Sam Reinhart. Right back to Leach. His shot blocked by Lazar. In front of the net. Oh, the puck's loose. Brossois was slow to move over, and the Oil Kings were able to collapse, get to that puck, and clear it.
Stick taps by Brossois with all the help, with Edmonton collapsing down on him thereafter.
Luke Philp waiting for somebody. That somebody is Sam Reinhart. Reinhart keeps it onside. Sam Reinhart, no doubt the quarterback of this power play for the Kootenay Ice. Reinhart shoots, hits bodies in front. DeShano the rebound, and Brossois calmly catches it and gets the whistle.
Well, Brossois has been excellent tonight, and maybe his biggest save just moments ago here against the Kootenay Ice in the power play. Leach, outlet pass to DeShano to Philp, who's got a step on the defender, and Brossois so calm and cool back there. And don't think he's not playing with a burr under his saddle. It's something to prove after being cut from Canada's World Junior team after the MasterCard Memorial Cup last year. This guy's got something to prove, and it looks as if in this series he's starting to prove it.
40 seconds to go in this Ice power play. Off the face-off move, Seal gets it to the corner, but lost his stick. Travis Iwanek a chance to clear, and he does exactly that. Now Lazar with that great speed. He'll be the first man into the puck in the corner. Lazar will try to kill off a few precious seconds. Sam Reinhart leads the way for the Kootenay Ice. Puck comes to Brossois. He'll take care of business himself. Down to 5 seconds to go in this Kootenay Ice power play. And Cody Corbett, he's been standing in that penalty box for a while. He wants to get back on the ice, and now he is on the ice. Henrik Samuelsson, that long reach caused the turnover. Samuelsson cutting to the net, circles the net. Pass back to Griffin Reinhart. Lots of time to shoot. Deflected. Leo! Score!
Griffin Reinhart with a bomb of a shot, and just after the Edmonton Oil Kings kill off a pretty good power play for Kootenay, it's Samuelsson who does a great job keeping this puck alive, and from there the Oil Kings able to maintain offensive zone pressure. Big shot here from Reinhart. It gets stopped in front of the net. Legault's there to clear the rebound into the back of the net, but Landon Peel right there wearing number 28 tries to tuck that puck back into Skapski's pads, and when he misses, Legault's there to bang it home.
Well, that is a huge goal for Edmonton. 2 minutes and 58 seconds remain here in the third period. And now, a little breathing room.
Well, and you can go back to what we talked about at the end of the first and at the end of the second. Kootenay had numerous opportunities with the extra man and could not come through. And that penalty kill remains perfect for Edmonton, and ultimately will be the reason why they go on to win this series if they can hang on.
Well, less than 3 minutes to go. They're down by 2. They've only scored 4 goals in the whole series. Stéphane Legault. His pass. Samuelsson walks in, and Mackenzie Skapski makes a huge save to keep any glimmer of hope the Ice had alive. Here's the insurance goal of the game, brought to you by your local insurance broker. To score your insurance goal, your best insurance is an insurance broker.
So you have to go to the Edmonton Oil Kings. Samuelsson to Reinhart, big bomb of a shot, and Stéphane Legault, one of those guys that you cannot win a championship without, ends up banging it home. That 7-point game in the 9-0 win in the opener of this series, and he has just continued to play well, even after having been moved from center to wing. You want to talk about a guy that your team really needs to have. He is the prototypical guy. Works hard, practices hard, is versatile, and plays in any situation for you.
Jayden DeShano. He comes in over the Oil Kings line. Spots Sam Reinhart. Michael St. Croix lofts it just outside of the zone. Reinhart content to keep possession, moves it to Tanner Faith. Faith being watched by Trevor Cheek. Forced him back a bit. Got the pass ahead to Landon Peel. Peel works his way through center. Lofts it right on Brossoit, and a momentary juggle. No damage done. He pounced on it and got the whistle.
Well, Mackenzie Skapski out of the net now for Kootenay.
Let's check out the save of the game. It's brought to you by MasterCard, proud sponsor of the MasterCard Memorial Cup, North America's toughest championship.
Laurent Brossoit on film. I think this is the game changer right there, because if that goes in, we're all tied up, and we're looking at a completely different hockey game. And Laurent Brossoit has been solid all series long, has been called to the mat on about 5 or 6 different occasions tonight, and he's answered the bell every time.
2 minutes and 9 seconds remain on the clock. Ryan McGill calls a timeout at the Kootenay bench. Their net is empty. They will go with the extra attacker. They need 2 goals in the final 2:09 just to tie. And their season is on the line. The Edmonton Oil Kings trying to join Calgary, Red Deer, and Medicine Hat in the Eastern Conference in the second round.
Brossoit over there having words with Tristan Jarry, who's the 3rd-rated goalie in terms of National Hockey League Central Scouting. And Jarry's had to learn from Brossoit. All smiles on his face. And this has to be a tough proposition for him, because he figured Brossoit would be gone to the World Juniors and he might get his 10 or 12 games in. Well, that didn't happen to Jarry. He was still rewarded with a trip to the Home Hardware CHL NHL Top Prospects game, but when called upon, this has been the best goaltending duo in the league.
Kootenay ice control. Reinhart. Over to Leach. Back to Reinhart. Shot from Philp off the body. Bouncing around in front of the net. Henrik Samuelsson has it. Lofts it ahead. And Curtis Lazar has an open net awaiting him. And that will do it. This series will end in 5. Lazar puts the Oil Kings ahead 4-1.
Well, there's Samuelsson in the activity again, but he and Lazar have had great chemistry dating back to last year when Samuelsson joined the Oil Kings. A simple flick pass into the neutral zone. Past Leach goes Lazar, takes it to the net and buries it. And this series is over.
There's that smile of Curtis Lazar. Doesn't leave his face often. The defending Western Hockey League champions, the Edmonton Oil Kings, are going to survive their first test in the 2013 edition of the playoffs.
We go back to our key to the game, talking about the new kids on the block step by step. I mean, here's step one for the Edmonton Oil Kings.
John Martin circles the net. Griffin Reinhart staying right on him. Martin gets tossed aside by Reinhart.
He's got man strength. He's a man amongst boys and has been even better since going to Islanders camp and returning.
Puck comes out to the neutral zone. What a season it's been for the Kootenay Ice. They looked like they had no chance of making the postseason by the end of December, and they went on a terrific run. 15th consecutive season they've made the playoffs. That's the longest streak in the WHL. 14 straight seasons of 500 or better. That's tops in the WHL as far as active streaks.
12-game home winning streak to set a franchise record. They went from New Year's Eve to February 23rd.
But a tough draw in round one against the defending Western Hockey League champions. And the Edmonton Oil Kings have been dominant, outscoring Kootenay in this series 25-4. The Oil Kings down to the final 10 seconds of this first round series, and the crowd at Rexall Place cheering the home team in this series win. A terrific series for the Edmonton Oil Kings. They were expected to win this opening round and are expected to do a lot more than that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that has been the organizational objective right from the start of the season. And when you look at the Kootenay Ice, nothing to be ashamed of. We're really game here through two periods and then let it slip away, missing out on a couple of power play opportunities.
Well, Griffin Reinhart will shake hands with little brother Sam. He's ended Sam's season 2 years in a row. The Oil Kings are moving on. We'll have more after this.